And it is hands down the funniest part of the entire pilot.
No.
Yes, it is. And it is. I told you there were clinical studies. Let's talk about what we're here to talk about.
Okay, so what I wanted to do originally, which I was like, it's not worth it because we might actually get sued from Warner Brothers, like they need the money.
Warner Brothers.
But
like they need our negative money. Yeah, our like $10 in our account.
I know, but my original idea was like, I want Eden to read lines from the spinoff.
Oh,
I know.
Taunt me.
But instead I was like, what's already out there on the internet that we can talk about? And we have stills from the show. So I thought, why don't we go through them and we can kind of chit chat about the stories and all the things that follow. How about that? So the first one, so Christy Matopoulos.
Yeah,
so you're interviewing with Christy Matopoulos
yes.
to work at the Hotel Seville.
Yes, that's the setup for the show. That Sue gets this email that she's gonna work she was for an interview,
right?
To be a hotel manager, and then she gets there, and Chris brilliantly just puts us to shame for how fast he is able to talk.
Oh my god, the way both of your pace in that scene I was like, oh my god. I was like, I had to put everything down and really focus on what you guys were saying. It is, but the comedy was elevated so much as a result of that. Fun story about Christy Matopoulos. Remember at lunch, maybe when we were doing the gallery shoot, I can't remember.
Probably not.
He sat.
Can I remember anything?
He sat. We were like all the main cast members were sitting down together, and he was like, you guys, do you want to just make a pact right now and have a no policy? And everyone was like, huh? And he said, right now, if we get picked up to series, how about no? And we're like, yeah, okay. Well, you were planning on being
I was about to say, you all were like, yeah, and I just lifted my tray, got up, walked back to my trailer, whipped my hair.
You said, oh, sorry, been there, done that, gonna continue to do that.
Hold on, this actually didn't happen. I'm way too insecure. I never did that.
Never did that.
Ever. And I do remember that, and I was like, that's a really good, I never would have even thought to say that.
Yeah, but it was nice to like say it right there from the get-go of like, you guys, we're gonna be known around the city as the show to be on. It's kind of what he was saying, is like, everyone's gonna be nice. And I was like, I love that. It's nice to say it out loud. It was the mark of someone who had done this a lot.
Yes. Oh, funny man.
And that cute jumpsuit.
The jumpsuit. Okay, there were 3 of them, and they were custom made for me. Julia Caston, our costume designer, made this. It was a process. It was a real process figuring out what Sue's aesthetic was gonna be. It's several years in the future, but it still had to be Sue. We ended up with like this very vibrant color palette, but she's in her 20s, much more mature, and we landed on this jumpsuit. They tried to buy one, couldn't do it. Julia was like, I can do this better. Nailed it. And this jumpsuit was honestly a big part of the episode.
Yeah.
It was like
what you're gonna wear to the interview. Oh, because we don't have, there's no, at least on the internet, there's no photo of our scene. And this is one that I took at the very, very end when we got it, and it was like, that's a wrap, and it was like midnight. And I was like, we gotta get something.
This is after, okay, here's a fact. It's not an opinion, it's a literal fact because, and I know this because it is, there have been clinical studies.
I have no idea what you're gonna say.
This is after we filmed the one scene that those who have seen the pilot, one TV critic, saw the pilot. There's an article around it. If you did not laugh out loud while watching the pilot, which most people did at least once, you scientifically did laugh out loud at one part, and it is hands down the funniest part of the entire pilot.
No.
Yes, it is, and it is. I told you there were clinical studies. Don't contradict me when I'm talking about science. But when Brad is, I'm laughing thinking about it. It's the funniest part of the pilot. Brad, it hops on. It's when this reveal of Brad coming to meet Sue in Chicago, and then Sue was really down in the dumps, and she's like, no, you shouldn't have come here. And he whips around and hops and jetés onto the roof, the like hood of this taxi, in a direct homage to the musical episode. But he goes like, hey, did you ever feel any? And then the cab driver just backs up and honks, like, get off! And Brock's like, oh!
Screeches.
And he goes, oh, well, I guess we're not doing that. It is so funny.
Oh.
It is, by law, law of physics, the funniest part of the pilot.
Stop, that's so sweet.
Right after we film that.
This is like one of my favorite moments of you and me, not just Brad and Sue, but like of Eden Brock. There was this is when when Sue's hitting like her emotional breaking point, right? We were supposed to film this on the Friday night, the end of all the shooting, because you're supposed to like start crying. And again, we talk about this all the time on the podcast, where it's like this delicate kind of balance, but you are supposed to hit this like emotional peak, and you're exhausted. We got rained out on Friday night because it's an outdoor scene. We had to come back on Saturday night. So now this is an 8th day of filming for Eden after going through the entire process. And she was like, she looked at me, she's like, I can't get there. And she's like, I can't get there. It's my favorite moment, one of my favorite moments of like our friendship, because I knew Eden Sher well enough to like look you in the eye and be like, baby, I know you got this. And also too, because remember we had the wide shot and we didn't realize there was also a close-up on you. So we were getting both at the same time.
Yeah. And
so it truly felt, because the cameras were so far away, that we were in our own kind of little world, right?
It really felt like there's like a trope, there's like a thing that I'm thinking of. You see it in movies where someone is trying to make someone else feel better and they're like, it's just you and me. It's just you and me, babe. But maybe like, I'm not ready. And then just like looking straight into Brock's eyes and just being like, I can't do it. And him just doing the like, it's just you and me. And I couldn't have gotten there with anyone else other than you.
But you want to know something though, is that like, I knew you were going to get there. I knew you would get there.
And you said it. You were like, I know, like, it was almost like your attitude was like, you're ridiculous. Like, snap out of it. You're amazing. And you know it, I know it, everyone knows it. So get a grip. And it was just exactly what I needed.
Can I tell you, this has nothing to do with the spinoff. Whenever we would have a scene and we need to do a pickup, and it was of your line and us, do you know what I'm about to say? Where I would say like, oh, I'll lead you into it.
Yes,
I would say the tail end of my line, and you would say, no, I can just go straight from my line. And you try it, you would mess it up, and you go, no, I can just go. And you try the line.
I just go.
Yeah. And then you'd mess up again, and then you look at me and you go, actually, can you give me that last little bit of your line?
3 times, and then you go, sorry, Brock, can you actually just do it? Can you? And you go like,
Oh, it's so good. Okay, so then, now I don't even remember this. What is this?
Okay, so here's the thing about this pilot. We did this a lot on the middle where we overshot. This was a scene that got cut. We shot so much. Like half of what we shot did not make it into the pilot. This was when I first moved into the apartment, and it's an absolute, garbage dumpster fire. This apartment is terrible. But it's like under voiceover, because it's Sue's voiceover being like, Sue's gonna make the best of it. And this is like, I put all my posters up. And
hold on.
Oh my God.
Wait, do you know what I'm about to say?
I know what you're about to say.
There's the Hang in There Kitty poster that you have, as we speak, hung up where you record our podcast.
Yeah, in my office.
Is that?
Someone got fired for my stealing,
because I was going to say, they probably went to Warner Bros. And were like, where's the poster?
1,000% a reprint. Someone, somewhere, I owe a job. Because they were like, where's the poster? Definitely a reprint. I can't believe that's there.
I hope they're working. And my God. Oh, I remember this.
Oh, yeah.
This was quick. You didn't even have any lines. This was over a voiceover?
Yeah, this is over voiceover. This is like setting up where I've been for the past few years. Like in 5 sentences, what's the middle?
The vignettes of like, this is what I've been going through, this is where I'm headed right now. And you used to work at the Orson Inn before you got the interview for, I almost said audition, before you got the audition for the Seville with Christy Mantopoulos.
Yeah.
Kim Crossman. So
my favorite Kiwi.
She played the chef, the cook of the Hotel Seville, Remy. You know what was so good about her character too, and she plays it so well, is that she is the complete 180 of Sue, but she does it in a way where I was never like, oh, I'm gonna have to watch season after season of this character. Yeah.
She's a Kiwi. She's from New Zealand. So her accent is so funny. She was able to be snarkier in her natural accent. So funny.
The kindest, warmest energy. She played it so well. And this was the scene I'm trying to remember.
This is where Sue stands up to her because she's like, you're nothing to me, and like I don't like you. This is terrible. I don't like anything about you. It's not personal. It's just everything about you. And
okay, next one. Oh, of course. The
our buddy.
Sweet Aaron Branch.
Open for me for my one-woman show.
Made everyone giggle. And he played like the dopey Bellhop. Yeah. Oh, and what's...
Oh, what am I...
Oh, wait. I'm sorry.
Fun fact.
Hello?
A double FF about this sweatshirt. That is not the original sweatshirt.
Wait, why?
Because if you're going to have me in this sweatshirt and it actually is going to be part of the spinoff, it's going to be a little bit more comfortable.
Oh, I mean, she was thick in the middle.
Thick with 3 C's.
Yeah.
It's a thinner material, and the white around the edge was just a little bit thinner also.
You know what I'm also realizing? Because now that you say that, like they wanted you in really bright colors, because the middle was bright as well, but I'm now realizing the literal interior of the Seville is dark.
Yeah.
And so you're supposed to be this like bright spot
beacon
that
of
like,
light,
oh my gosh, what is... Now, I don't remember, did this get cut? Because I don't remember this scene.
100% got cut. This was all of the apartment stuff got cut. There were like 2 scenes in the apartment.
Because there's one point where you sit down and the poster falls, correct?
Yes.
Okay, a couple more.
The jumpsuit was in that picture.
The jumpsuit was, hanging up. There's a nice shot of it.
The wind.
So this is when, because you have your bags. Yeah. This is when you get out of it. Do you come in a cab?
I do.
I come in a cab.
One small step for Sue, and the guy's like, "Get out!" And I'm like, "One giant step for Sue, kind."
But like the whole, like this is you seeing the hotel for the first time.
Yeah.
And you realize it's a dump. The wind was like a character in the in this pilot, so you would like get blown back.
There was a real wind machine. There was some classic physical comedy with the wind and the bags.
And that's Warner. They did a really good job with Warner Brothers making it look like Chicago.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is on the backlog.
Yeah, that's incredible. If there's anything else spinoff-wise that you guys want to hear, we probably already did too much telling some lines and some plot points, but...
Honestly, it's whatever.
Yeah. It was a really, really, really fun pilot.
I don't even know if those were the real lines.
But if you have anything else that you want to see, let us know. Bye.